Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss very important chapter, human capital formation from unit 2nd, current challenges of Indian economy. So let's start from first definition, physical capital. It includes all those inputs which are required in the process of production such as plant, machinery, raw material, etc. So what is physical capital? Very simple. It includes all those units which are used in the process of production, that is physical capital. Second, human capital. It refers to the knowledge, skill and efficiency of human being in a nation at a point of time. It means in a country how many doctors, teachers, engineers at a point of time, that is human capital. Human capital formation. Formation means increase. So it is the process of increasing the number of persons who have the skill, education and experience which are essential for the development of the nation. So that is human capital formation. So what is physical capital? Physical capital means it includes all those units which are used in the process of production like as raw material, machinery, building, etc. That is physical capital. Second, human capital. It means very simply, it means in a country how many doctors, how many engineers, how many teachers at a particular period of time, that is human capital. And at last, human capital formation. It means it is the process of increasing the number of persons who have skilled, educated, experience which are essential for the economic development of the nation. Now we are going to discuss very important topic, sources of human capital. So there are 6 points. The first is expenditure on education, second expenditure on health, third on the job training, fourth expenditure on information, fifth migration, and at last programs for adults. So let's start from first point, expenditure on education. If government invests on education system, what are the main result? The main result is overall development of the economy, because education generate technical skills, knowledge and manpower. So these are the main result if government do expenditure on education. Second, expenditure on health. You all know healthy mind is much more productive and effective as compared to sick mind. So if government do expenditure on health, what are the main result? The main result is health makes individually more productive. Very good. Second, helps to increase per capita income and it contributes more in the GDP of the nation. Next, on the job training, what are the main result? On the job training, the first is increase the productivity, skill and knowledge of labor. Second, helpful to adopt the new technology. Fourth, expenditure on information. What are the main result? Again, the main result is it increase our knowledge and skills. Second, for individual, it helps to increase their potential. Fifth, migration. What is migration? Migration means moves from one place to other. What are the main result of migration? The main result of migration is utilization of inactive skills. Second, better utilization of resources. People migrate from rural to urban area in order to find better earning and good standard of living. Last, programs for adults. Education program organized by government. Helpful adults to make efficient in their work area. So these are main 6 points and very important points for sources of human capital. Role of human capital formation in economic growth. So there are 5 points. The first is increase in production. Second, raise life expectancy. Third, improves the quality of life. Fourth, increase participation and brings equality. Fifth, innovative skills. So let's start from first point, increase in production. The main focus on buildings A productive environment, by providing skill and education, the productivity of economy will automatically increase with the increase the level of education and skilled labor. Second, raises life expectancy. Better health facility and good food increase the life expectancy and raise the quality of mind. Third point, improves the quality of life. People migrate from one place to other for better earning, and it's depend education and health. Fourth, increase participation and brings equality. Participation of labor force leads greater employment, equality in the distribution of income and wealth. Last, innovative skills. Increase in the number of skills and trained worker. The possibility of innovation also increased in the process of production. So it's the main role of human capital formation in economic growth. The problem facing human capital formation in India. There are mainly 5 problems which are faced by human capital formation in India. The first is raising population. Second, brain drain. Third, insufficient manpower planning. And fourth, insufficient on the job training. Fifth, insufficient resources. So let's start from first point, raising population. Increase in the population, reduce in the availability of natural resources per head, such as hospital, education, employment, water supply, etc. Second point, brain drain. Brain drain is related to migration, and migration means moves from one place to other. So what is brain drain? Skilled and educated people migrate from India to foreign countries in the search of better salaries and standard of life. So this is the big problem in the process of human capital formation for our country. Third point, insufficient manpower planning. Deficit of proper manpower planning is one of the main causes of unemployment, and the ratio of unemployed people is increased, and there is no increase in employment opportunities. Fourth, insufficient on the job training. India is an agriculture based economy, but there is lack of professional skills, which ultimately results traditional method of farming and low level of productivity. Last point, insufficient resources. The amount of resources are allotted for development of human capital is very low as compared to actual requirement. So due to this, the resources remain insufficient for the formation of human capital. So thank you.